a talking point you hear a lot of people say is that Anthony Joshua should have fought Tyson Fury. This is the fight that should have happened. And it's Fury's fault or it's Joshua's fault. Most people say it's Joshua's fault because he's the star. He's the big money guy, so it's always his fault, obviously. My question is, when were they supposed to fight? When? And let's rewind it. Let's take it back. 2013, Joshua starts boxing. Fury's in the top 10 at that point. Fury in 2015 beats Vladimir Klitschko for the heavyweight championship of the world. Fury then did not do the rematch. He was mentally unfit. So at this point, he's out of boxing. So from 2015 to 2018, he is out of boxing. So obviously Joshua could not fight him at this point because he's not in boxing. Joshua during this time wins all these titles, is doing all these amazing things. He's selling out all these shows. He's becoming this big star while Fury's just chilling out and he's retired temporarily. Then Fury comes back. Fury has a few tune-up fights. Obviously, nobody would want to see Joshua fight Fury right away because it's like, what are we doing here? Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn offered Fury the fight that Fury took versus Wilder. They offered a fight with Joshua at that point. Fury turned it down. That's a fact. Fury didn't like their offer. I think Fury wanted 50-50, which is obviously insane because he was not at that point 50-50 with Joshua. And he chose the route of going for Wilder because he thought Wilder was the easier opponent, which he probably was. Because with Wilder, all you got to worry about is the right hand. With Joshua, you got to worry about the right hand, left hook, and uppercuts. And he's a better finisher. So if he did drop Fury, he would have a much better chance of getting him out than Wilder, who did drop Fury. He's not really a great finisher. He's a great one-punch guy, but he's not a combination puncher. He's not a finisher. Now, obviously, he has more power than Joshua. I'm not saying Joshua has the power that Wilder has, but he has a lot of power too, and he's a finisher. Then Fury fought Wilder. It was a draw. Fury couldn't fight Joshua next because Fury just signed the deal with ESPN. Joshua's with DAZN. Fury knew this. The idea was Fury was going to have 2 fights. Then he was going to fight Wilder in February 2020. And that's what they did. He fought Tom Schwartz. He beat him. He fought Ottawa Lynn. He beat him. Then he fought Wilder in 2020. He beats Wilder in 2020. They got a rematch clause. He can't fight Joshua next because they got a rematch clause. And at this point, Joshua had lost to Ruiz, got his belt back versus Ruiz, but he still can't fight him up until we're now in 2020. A lot of time had passed. First, Wilder had the rib injury. Then COVID happened, so fights weren't happening. The contract, the time was up because it was supposed to be within 6 months. But obviously, they couldn't get the fight within 6 months. So they agreed, Fury and Joshua, to fight for the undisputed heavyweight champion in 2021. It was going to be in, I think, August or something like that. It was either July or August. I think it was July originally. Wilder, he goes to court and says, I have my mandatory. What do you mean? That's not right. Just because COVID happened, like I still should get my mandatory shot. The arbitrator ruled in Deontay Wilder's favor, which I agree with. I'm not a judge, but I think that was fair. Wilder does deserve his rematch. That was based on the contract that was in the deal. Fair is fair, right is right, you know. Then that fight was supposed to be in August. It gets delayed to October because Fury had COVID. You know, it kept dragging out. But we did end up getting one of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time. And that's really all people remember. So that's all that really matters. All the delays and stuff, who cares? Now, at this point, before the fight with Fury and Usyk, Joshua had lost to Usyk. So before Fury and Wilder 3, Joshua lost to Usyk. So obviously he had to fight Usyk in the rematch. Then he loses to Usyk in the rematch. So now he has no belts. At this point, like the only time now you could say he could have fought him was coming off of the Usyk loss when Fury tried to fight him. He said, I want to fight him in December. Joshua calls Fury's bluff. I don't think he really wanted to fight Fury either. And Fury's like, oh, well, you missed the deadline. I'm going to fight Chisora instead. And then he beats Chisora, and then he fights Ngannou, and Joshua's on the way rebuilding himself back up. The earliest he could have possibly fought him that would be conceivable was when he lost to Usyk, and then Fury fought Chisora, and Joshua could have fought Fury in that time. But I don't think that was going to be plausible. So the fight just never had an opportunity materializing. And a lot of people say, like, oh, though they should have fought. When? When should they have fought? you know. And now it looks like Fury and Usyk are going to be fighting next, and Joshua's going to be fighting Hrgovic. Fury beats Usyk, Joshua beats Hrgovic, and I think they have a 2-fight deal, so Fury might have to beat Usyk twice. Then we can maybe finally get the fight between Fury and Joshua, but I think it will happen. There's just been a lot of hurdles, but I see a lot of people saying he should have fought him, but I don't see, like, when the fight was supposed to happen. Let me know what you guys think. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.